Hey guys, welcome back to another Default Cube CG Matter tutorial, and we have ourselves a bit of an issue because I want to teach you guys animation nodes because I've been playing around with it. It's my favorite add-on, but of course that means I need to teach you how to install it. So surprise, animation nodes tutorials are coming. You're welcome. So for installation, which is the first thing we need to do, go to your favorite internet browser. For me, that's going to be Google Chrome. You can use Firefox. You can use Microsoft Edge. I do not care. Once you're in your internet browser, type in graphical. This is what you need to look up, and it's going to redirect you to graphical, which is inside the Blender community. You're going to click this, and that's going to load. By the way, this is the same Blender community that has right-click select Blender Today, all these. So if you go to any of these, you can just click graphical, and you'll be on the same page that I am. And what graphical is it's basically a compilation of builds people have made, and also different branches of Blender that have been made accessible to you. And all we have to do is download from here. You're going to see there's stuff like animation nodes, which is what we want. In this case, there's function nodes, other stuff here. Again, we're interested in animation nodes, which is going to be towards the top, but if you're watching this in the future, it might be lower down the list. There's a Linux version, there's a Windows version, there's a Mac version. I don't think I need to tell you that you pick the one that matches your operating system. For me, that's going to be Windows. And generally, the process is all the same. So pick the one that's compatible with yours, and all of these are going to have this green download button. So you're just going to click that, and it's going to download to wherever it's going to download to. For me, I've already downloaded it because I came prepared, and I also renamed the zip file to animation nodes. You don't have to do this. Just get the zip file, put it somewhere that you recognize, like the desktop. Now we are going to open up Blender. I'm going to be using version 2.82. You can use 2.83. Doesn't matter. You're going to go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and let me just make sure that it's not there. Animation nodes. See, there's no animation nodes, just like you don't have it. So what you're going to do is you're going to navigate here. You're going to click Install, as in install the add-on. Go to Desktop, scroll. For me, that's right here, animationnodes.zip. You double click, and now it's going to take a bit since it's a pretty big add-on, but it's a very good one. Now when you type in animation nodes, it's going to be right here, and you can see we can open it up, read a bunch of info. You're just going to enable it. And at least for these tutorials, unless I make a lot of them and there's an update, we're going to be using apparently version 2.1.7, which is important because different versions have different nodes. But yeah, this should be where you are. If you click this button and you get an error, this is not my problem. You need to go contact Jequist. I don't know what his name is, but he has solved a lot of issues for a lot of people. So if you have an issue, chances are somebody else has had it and he has already answered it. So assuming that you've already enabled everything, you want to check that you actually have animation nodes. So how do we do that? Well, again, I'm assuming you don't know anything about this add-on, so one way you can check is you just open up another window, and we are going to click this to change the editor type, and you're going to notice that there's an animation nodes editor. This is not something that comes with Blender. This is because we have the add-on. So you just click this, and there we go, animation nodes. I'm not going to teach you anything in this tutorial. This is just installation, but to prove that it works, I'm just going to set up, by the way, I know this looks scary, and it is, but we'll get to it. So just to prove that it works, I made a node. Don't worry about what it does. I'm going to add another node that you don't know what it does. And you can see that these nodes actually affect what's going on. In this case, just a little taste of what's to come. We have a node here that's an object input. We had our object input be the cube, and therefore this node is essentially the cube. And then we did a object transforms output, meaning we're looking at the cube, and then in this case we want to move it around. In this case I'm moving it on the x-axis, the y-axis, the z-axis, and this is a nice procedural way to work. But either way, make sure that you have this animation nodes here, and once you do this installation, make sure that you keep it on the desktop or keep it wherever you had it originally. Otherwise you're going to have to reinstall because you've changed the path. But yeah, animation nodes tutorials are coming, and now you have it installed. If you have an error, you want to go fix that. See you soon.